TV. My name is Caitlyn and this is Snacks and Skates. Today, we're going to use all these random ingredients that I keep having you buy, and we're going to put them to good use. We're going to make some granola. Other great options are smoothies and a ton of other recipes. So if you stock up, I'll keep the recipes coming. Measuring everything out. I have my oats, cinnamon, salt, mixed nuts. I used sliced almonds and walnuts just because that's what I had at the house. Cinnamon, coconut flakes, flax meal, and chia seeds. So you can put anything really in here. I just had extra flax meal and chia seeds. If you don't have that, you don't have to add that in. As well as, like the coconut and the spices. You can put whatever you would like. So that is the dry ingredients that we're going to need to collect first. The dried fruit will be afterwards, but I still measure that out. I'm going to use the freeze-dried blueberries that I have sitting in my house and nothing else to do with. So those are to the side. And then you also want to measure out your coconut oil. So what I did was I measured out the coconut oil, melted it in the microwave, and then added in the maple syrup here so that I had it all in the same little container that I can pour over everything. So that will be the only liquid that we will be adding in. So I'm going to give this a little bit of a mix. And then I will mix in the liquids. So you also want to make sure that you prepare a baking pan. The baking pan will need a layer of parchment paper so that it does not stick. And like I said, you can add anything in here. I might even throw in some raisins or some dried cranberries if I have those in the cupboard. All right, now I'm going to add the coconut oil and the maple syrup. And then mix this all together. I also have my oven set to 350, so that is preheating as well at the moment. Pretty big chunks of walnuts in here, so I kind of broke them with my hands before mixing them in, but you can also chop it finer. I like my granola kind of chunky, so I left it pretty big. Alright, so that looks like it's mixed enough. Now we want to pull over our baking pan and dump this right in. This is so super easy, and it's awesome because I know exactly what's in my granola now. If you take a peek at the granola that you have at the house that's pre-packaged, you might be a little surprised to see what's in that granola other than like the obvious oats and nuts Oh, I forgot to mention, I did also add cacao powder to give it a little bit of chocolate flavor. That's also optional. It's just something that I had at the house. And I like chocolate. So we want to flatten this out so that it sticks together a little bit, and then we're going to stir it halfway through to break it up. All right, so now it's all set to put in the oven. Let's get this extra bit off. There we go. All right, now it's all set. I'm going to put it in the oven, and then halfway through I'll flip it and kind of mix it up so that it's not so solid. We want to have chunks in it, but we don't want it to be too big. So we'll check in after. Okay, so our granola is all set. So I put it in the oven for, I forget. I put it in the oven for 10 minutes, took it out, stirred it up, flattened it back down with the spoon, and then I put it in the oven for another 15 minutes. Kind of keep an eye on it when it gets closer to like 10-15 minutes the second time you put it back in, because the outsides kind of started to crisp up a lot quicker than the inside. I like it toasted the way it is, so it just depends on what you want. So now that it has cooled completely, once you take it out of the oven, you don't want to mess with it at all because you want it to kind of like clump up. So now that it's cooled, we can transfer it into our bowl. So I'm just gonna pop up kind of use the parchment paper to get it in your bowl, and then maybe break it up a little bit before you do that, and then just lightly break it. And then now I'm just going to top it with my blueberries, and you can add whatever other fruits you want in, and then I'll just mix this up with a spoon, and I am going to cover it. You want to cover it and get as much air out of there as possible. Even if you have like a little Ziploc bag, that would probably work too, because you don't want this going stale too quickly. This would be really great to add on top of any yogurts, or you know, just have as a snack on your own. As it was cooling, we were kind of snacking on it already, and it's really great by itself. So, you know, there's definitely options with this. So enjoy, thanks for watching, and we will see you next week.